Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. Sorry I did not upload this actual weekend, which was Saturday and Sunday, because if you guys don't know, in the Facebook group I had posted this, but ended up scratching my eye, so I had a really bad infection in it. That's why I'm wearing these glasses, but it's gotten a little bit better, so I figured I'd get back on the grind making videos for you guys and releasing some valuable content. So with that said, I'm going to be getting right into it. And so obviously today, as you can tell by the title of the video, I'm going to be talking about something a lot of people that are in the phone flipping industry don't necessarily talk about. And I actually got this video idea from my boy Sebastian Esqueda. He's actually another phone flipper. If you want to check him out, he's a pretty cool guy, a pretty good friend of mine. But he's actually somebody that actually talked about this too, and a little bit different things I'm going to be talking about. But this is all about iCloud locked devices and actually talking about these services. So if you guys don't know, there's actually services offered out there just throughout the internet that claim to unlock devices and take off iCloud accounts. So I'm going to be going kind of into my thoughts about that and if you guys should be doing that or not. So with that said, let's get right into the video. So obviously I have to plug right before I get into it. I'll make this super short and super sweet, but if you're not in the family, hit that little subscription button down below. And if you enjoyed today's video, definitely give it a thumbs up. I know you guys will find a lot of value in it, whether you agree with me or not. But getting right into it, the main thing with these iCloud unlocked devices, I see it a lot in like Facebook, in my Facebook group. And if you guys are not in that, it is the second link down below. I have it linked. I have it pulled up right behind me. But a lot of people ask, like, are these iCloud unlocking like services actually legit? And they usually range, I've seen between like $30 to $100, and yeah, that's a lot of money. So obviously, as like phone flippers ourselves, we're trying to make a profit out of it. So if we're making an investment into the phone, we want to be able to flip it for a lot more, even with that investment, because we're only making that investment to get off that iCloud if we actually want to make money from it. So in my opinion, the biggest thing that I have advice-wise for you guys is to just don't do it. I mean, I personally, I'll be honest with you guys, I have never tried any of the unlocking services because I truly have never seen somebody say that there is 100% success rate. If you guys can find any, like if you're somebody out there that does this, don't comment on my video, but if you're like an actual legit service, and you guys probably have seen it online all the time just based on like them targeting ads to you, because what we do is a lot on the internet, you'll probably see unlocking services and they usually say 60 to 80% success rate. And for me, as like trying to be the smartest investor and the smartest business guy that I possibly can be, without 100% success rate, I'm not going to take that chance. As you guys know, like when I go into a phone meetup, and a lot of you I know should be doing this as well and do it, I know exactly the profit that I will be getting on the phone. I've appraised it before. I know exactly what I'm getting into. I check the IMEI. I know the condition. And 99% of the time, if I ask the right questions, it's going to be exactly the same in person when I go and meet that phone. Obviously, there's the 1-2 odd cases, but I'm the kind of person, and I know most of you are, is that we're in this industry because of how secure the cash is necessarily. Yes, there's the ambiguity of trying to resell something locally, and like if you're actually going to get the price that you're looking for. But if you hold a phone long enough, you should be getting that price if you're pricing it accordingly and at market value, so it's not anything extreme. So there really is no like unknown. There's not anything less than 100%, because either when I go in a phone meetup and see a phone, if I'm going to reselling it locally or on eBay, I know pretty much exactly to the dollar, with all fees included, if I do sell it on eBay, exactly the money I'm getting. If I'm paying somebody $30 to $50 to $100 to unlock a device and it's not going to work, I'm not going to risk it. So if you that's just my honest opinion, and if you guys don't agree with me, that's perfectly fine. But I'm creating this video because I know a majority of you will take my advice on this, and but that doesn't mean I do not like necessarily say don't buy iCloud locked devices. So that's what I'm going to be getting into right now. But buying iCloud locked devices, I have a video a long time ago that I released saying like how do you sell them. So obviously I have sold them in the past, but over time and having more phones just kind of come to me based on getting my ads better, having like repeat customers all the time, there really is no reason for me to buy an iCloud locked devices other than for two reasons. So the first way you should be buying iCloud locked devices is if you're going to be using it solely for the parts. And I know a lot of people out there, maybe a couple of you, actually like fix phones. So if I'm able to so if you're able to actually go out there, buy an iCloud lock device for, let's say, like a 7 Plus for like 40 bucks, you can go ahead, not use any of the use the phone. Obviously it can't be used anymore because it does have the iCloud lock on it, and therefore you can't activate the phone because you need the iCloud on there to activate it. What you can do is actually take maybe the screen, go replace another screen. So if you're actually in the repair industry, take the screen from that phone, go fix another phone. There's 50 bucks. So you made your money back. Then go take the charging port, fix somebody's charging port on their phone, charge 50 bucks. Now you're up 50 bucks on that phone. Take whatever, maybe the LCD, or I don't really know anything about fixing phones, but I know there's a lot of things you can be used in terms of like the parts to put into other phones. So let's say you could probably make $300 out of that $50 investment solely off of the parts. And this isn't something you're probably gonna make profit on in just a day flip. It might take a week or two or a month to actually see that investment back, just based on getting people to actually bring you their damaged phones and you actually having to repair them. So it is a way that you guys can be seeing a huge return on iCloud lock devices. Obviously this only applies if you're buying them super cheap. And obviously depending on the parts. If you're buying an iPhone 5 iCloud lock for $500, you're probably not going to get your money back unless you do some other things with the phone that I don't really know about and I don't really want to mess with. But another way that I can only see somebody actually using an iCloud lock device and making money off of it is if you have a private buyer. I know a lot of you have been doing this for a long time and a lot of you haven't. So for those that have done it a long time, I'm sure a lot of you have private buyers. And as you resell more, people will come to you, but obviously you have to be cautious because there are scammers out there. But there's a lot of legit businesses out there will take these iCloud lock devices. I don't know what they do with them, but they will legitimately buy them. And if you can buy them at a low enough price, you can continuously resell to them. It's just through PayPal, so it is a secure way of payment. You give tracking number, everything like that. Everything is online transaction. You send them the phone and you're getting the whole, pretty much the entire money. You're not getting any fees taken out like with eBay or anything like that, the 10%. You're not getting the 3% PayPal fee a lot of the time because you're requesting the money and you're simply getting it. So it is a pretty cool way. That is honestly something that I would recommend. It's not something even I recommend, but something you'll find if you do this long enough and you are consistent with it. You'll find a lot of them through eBay, and eBay tries to mitigate it as best as possible, but sometimes they'll be like, hey, I actually buy a lot of phones, and they know different ways to send you their contact information without eBay recognizing. And I've had a couple people reach out to me. I'm testing one buyer right now that does buy iCloud lock devices, so I'm going to kind of keep you guys up to date exactly how that works. I just sold my first phone. It is actually already on its way. I sold it like to him. He literally within 20 minutes, I told him the phone. He's like, I've tried to build rapport with him for as much as possible just to kind of mitigate what kind of person he is, because as you guys know, I'm a skeptical investor and I recommend you guys do the same thing. So definitely private buyer. I'm trying him out and I'll let you guys know if I get scammed. It's not a lot of money with that transaction, so it's just kind of one of those things I wanted to try out because I'm willing to take that risk just to potentially see long-term gains. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's definitely something, it is a stickler topic. I know a lot of people in this industry don't really talk about iCloud lock devices, mainly because they don't want to admit they buy them, but I'll be honest with you, a lot of people do buy them. There's a lot of money to be made, but you have to be careful exactly what you're doing with the devices. So with that said, I hope you guys found value in the video, and if you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you're not in the family, hit that little subscription button down below. I'd really appreciate the support. And if you guys have any questions about today's topic, definitely leave a comment down below. I'm here to answer any of your questions. I answer every single one of them, unless you're trying to promote on my page, and I'll just flag you from my page. So don't even give it a try. And if you probably haven't even made it to this end of the video, so you won't know, and I'll automatically do it. But again, if you made it to this far in the video, I truly appreciate you. You mean the world to me. And with that said, I'll see you tomorrow in the next video.